Today I'm going to show you how to crochet these really cute no-sew cats and dogs. They are easy to make and require no sewing skills. They are perfect for beginner crocheter, and I'll show you step by step how to crochet the body, how to crochet the ears, how to make cat ears and dog ears, and then how to embroider these different faces for dogs and cats. I've made these patterns in 4 different yarn weights so you can see the difference in scale. This is double knit yarn or light worsted. This is Aran yarn or worsted. This is bulky yarn. You can see it's a lot bigger, and the super bulky one or the fluffy yarn, the one everyone uses. This is the one, and look how big it is. And in this tutorial I'll show you the Aran one, but the full PDF pattern contains the variations for all these 4. And I'm also, for my YouTube members, I've made an exclusive video to show you how to crochet this big squishy one, so make sure to check my membership. So now let's get started with the Aran version. These are the materials you will need. These are the abbreviations I used. The written pattern is in the description. We're gonna start with pink and make a slip knot and then chain 11. And this is what we have. Now for row 1, we are going to single crochet into the second chain from hook. So count from the hook 1, 2, and into that second one make a single crochet, and then into the remaining chains make a single crochet in each. And this is your first row. Now rows 2 through 7 are the same, so chain 1, turn and single crochet in every stitch. So this is row 2. And rows 3 to 7 do the same thing, and I'll see you when you finish them. And this is how it looks like once you completed all rows. On round weight, we will start crocheting around the base, and we continue from where we left off. Chain 1, do not turn, and we continue down the left side of your piece. And here you don't have stitches. This is where ends start and end. So we will be crocheting into the stitches, into the rows. So this is our first row right here, so we will be making a single crochet, and then our next row, this one, and you kind of see this space here, we're gonna make another single crochet, so that's 2. We have 7 rows, so we're gonna have 7 stitches on this side. Third row, you can see the space right here, and make a single crochet. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You might be tempted to crochet into this one here as well, but this is not a stitch. These are actually the chains in your starting chain. So now we're gonna continue around, and this was how the piece is located. This is where were the top of your stitches. So now we crochet on the bottom of your piece. So rotate your work, and we are going to crochet into the other side of the stitches. And here we have 10, so we should have 10 as well. So insert your hook below the chain and make a single crochet. And then you kind of see the stitches separating. These are the chains, so we make 9 more. So that's number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, yeah, 10. Now again, this is not a stitch, so don't single crochet in it when we crochet on the side. So now we've crocheted on the left side, on the bottom. Now we crochet on the right side going up, and again, these are not stitches, these are rows. So we had 7 rows, 7 stitches. So like I said, this one here, not a row. So our rows start from here, row 1, single crochet, next one, it's the second one, third one, fourth, fifth, sixth, and last one. It's where the stitch is, that's a row as well. So underneath the stitch, and that's number 7. So now we are back at the top of the stitches. This is easy, make 1 in each stitch, you should have 10. Where you made the last stitch, that's also it was a row but also a stitch. So into the same place we make a single crochet, and then in every single stitch, so 10 in total. That's number 10. And now we have finished our 8th round, and we are crocheted around it. Now we are building the height on your toy. Because we are crocheting in a round without turning, I'm gonna use a piece of yarn. I'm gonna place it at the beginning of my round, and this will mark where your round starts, so you don't have to count and sometimes be confused where your round stops. Use a piece of yarn like this, put it in front of the stitch, and let's continue with round 9. And the round 9 is just a single crochet round. From previous round we have 34 stitches, 7, 10, 7, 10, and we are gonna make 34 single crochet. So start from the beginning, we don't chain 1, we do not turn, just continue like this and make 34 single crochet stitches. So we have finished crocheting in every stitch around. Now in Amigurumi toys you have to work on the right side, so when you start it will be on the wrong side. Somehow it goes like that. All you have to do is just flip it, and now we have the right side showing up. And next we continue with round 10. Flip the piece of yarn over to mark the beginning of round, and round 10 starts with 7 single crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then into the next stitch we will make a bubble stitch made with 5 incomplete double crochet. And to make a bubble stitch, you yarn over, insert the hook into that stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop like so, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops only, and this creates an incomplete double crochet. We need 5 of those all into the same stitch. So that's our second, third, that's 4, and last one, 5. And now yarn over and pull through all 5 loops like so. Now we're gonna single crochet into the next stitch, but we need to make sure this bubble is popping out on the outside. So move it to the side with your finger and insert your hook into the next stitch and make a single crochet like so. And this is our bubble stitch. Now we made one single crochet, we need to make 7 more, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and here we make into the next another bobble stitch. So yarn over, insert a hook into that stitch, yarn over, pull up a longer loop, yarn over and pull through only the 2 loops. Leave this loop on, and this is our incomplete double crochet. We need 5 in total. So let's make them. We have 3 now. 4, 5. Yarn over, pull through all, and again we need to single crochet next, but we need the bobble to be popping on the outside. If you just do it like this, it will pop on the back. It's not the end of the world, they can be popped either way, but let's just make it the right way from the beginning. So push it with your finger to one side and insert your hook into the next stitch and make a single crochet. And now we made one, we have the rest of the stitches just single crochet. And this will be 17 stitches in total on this side. So we made 7 and 10. Okay, so we have finished our round 10, and we have the little arms for the animal. Round 11 starts again with a single crochet, and we're gonna make a single crochet in every single stitch. And the best way to crochet in a round is to flatten your work and keep the top part higher than the bottom part, and this will give you some stability to hold your work and to create tighter stitches. That's the best way to do it, rather than holding it like this. And this is how round 11 looks like. And now we are gonna change colors to purple and continue with the top part of the body. Let me show you how I change colors. So first, don't forget to flip your yarn. We are starting a new round. Now release the loop from your hook and insert your hook from the back to the front through the first stitch in the next round. And then rotate your work and pull that loop through the stitch like this. So now we are gonna introduce a purple, bring it over, pull it through the pink loop, and then pull the loop a bit tighter to close it. Now to lock the yarn, make a chain, it doesn't count of anything, and then cut the pink yarn. And we continue with purple from this point on. Okay, so put all the tails at the back. And then we start from the same stitch where we pulled the pink loop, same stitch, and we are going to make a single crochet and make sure to pull the pink loop together, and you can crochet over them if you wish, or make a knot. I usually crochet over them. Now round 12 we single crochet in every stitch. And round 13 and 14 are the same, but I want to show you this round so you can see how we continue from the color change. Okay, we have reached the end. Single crochet in the last, and now you see you can't crochet because the green yarn is there, but there is still a little bit of gap, and that's because that loop we pulled through has came up out a little bit. So tighten it up. Now the next 2 rounds are just single crochet, so all you have to do is single crochet in every stitch around. I will switch straight to the end, pause the video, make 2 rounds of single crochet, and then I'll see you after to continue. This is how it looks like so far, with 3 rows of single crochet. Now we start round 15, flip your yarn over again and make 6 single crochet. Okay, and then we make an invisible decrease, and if you're not familiar with invisible decreases, they are made into the front loop of the stitch. So in this front loop, when you regular crochet, you insert your hook through both loops. This time we're just gonna pick this front loop. So from bottom to top through the middle of the stitch, insert your hook, pick up that front loop, then move your hook down underneath the following stitch and push it through to pick up the second loop, and now we make a single crochet, and we have turned 2 stitches into 1. Next, make 7 single crochet, and then another invisible decrease. Next, 6 single crochet, and then another decrease, and then 7 single crochet, and into the last 2 stitches a decrease. And we are finished with round 15. Now round 16 starts with 3 single crochet, and then a decrease, and repeat this around 6 times in total. 3 single crochet, 1 decrease, 3 single crochet, and then 1 decrease, 3 single crochet, one decrease, 3 single crochet, decrease, single crochet 3 times, and a decrease, and last repeat 3 single crochet, and then a decrease. And because we are decreasing, you can see now the top of the head is forming. Next round we are making 2 single crochet. That's 1, and that is 2, and then a decrease. And we repeat this section here, 2 single crochet, 1 decrease, all around 6 times in total. So let's do that. 2 single crochet, 1 decrease, 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 and last one, 2 single crochet, and 1 decrease. Now we are going to make our last round before we are stuffing the toy, and that is one single crochet and then followed by a decrease. And we repeat this all around 6 times in total. And we are done with our last round. Now we're gonna close by making a slip stitch into the next stitch. Then we cut the yarn. We have a relatively long tail. We're gonna use it to close after we fill the animal. Okay, so this is how it looks like so far. We have this tiny hole here. Pull the green yarn, you don't need that anymore. That was just a guide. So now I use toy stuffing and just bit by bit fill it. If you don't have toy stuffing, use a pillowcase stuffing, a hypoallergenic one. That is just as good. And you also recycle your pillows that way. And fill it quite firmly, but do not overstretch the stitches. So you should hold the shape, but it should not be pushing the stitches apart. That's a common mistake when then you see the stuffing behind it. Okay, shape it with your hands like this. So it holds the shape. It's soft. It's not stretching the stitches. I think we're pretty much done here. Make sure the corners are popping. And the base looks like that. And that's the front. Right, so now I'll show you how to close the hole that we left without sewing and just use your needle. So hold your yarn with your left hand and then from the inside on outside pull your hook through the front loops of the of the stitches, pick up the yarn and pull it completely through. Now move on to the next stitch, pick up the yarn, pull it through, and we're doing this in all 12 stitches. Okay, so once you've done that, now all you have to do is pull the yarn and it will close the stitches and it will look like an amigurumi magic ring, like this. So now let's use a needle and weave in the end. Just a couple of stitches and then cut the yarn. And we are finished with the body. Next I'll show you how to make the ears. There are two options that I made. I made cat ears, which are up, and dog ears, which are pointing down. Now you can turn these little toys into any animal you like. I made a cat and a dog, and today I'll show you how to make those ears, and those are the base ears for many other animals. Now you can choose to make the ears in the same purple color or in pink. I'll show you in pink because I want to show you how the stitches, where the stitches go. So we need a contrast. So now we have our ears placed. Make sure they are symmetrical and looking the same on either side. And now we're gonna start with pink. Make a slip knot. And then we need to join this loop here in the lower corner of the ear. So insert your needle through where the pin was and out into the next stitch. Let's see, we got the right stitch. Okay, and then pull the loop through. And we're gonna make 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have attached the ear. Now we are gonna make into the second chain from the hook a single crochet, then into the next chain we are making a half double crochet, into the next we are making a double crochet, and into the last chain we are making a treble. So this one is made with yarning over twice, and then like the double crochet, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and we have our ear. Now we need to join it here. So let's release the loop and turn your work around and insert your hook. It has to come out in that stitch that we marked, then pull the loop through, and this is the first cut here. Now you don't need to chain or anything because there's a contrasting color. We're just gonna pull the yarn a little bit longer and then cut it here. Like so. And then we're gonna weave these ends a bit later. Let's make the other ear as well. So another slip knot. Okay, and then we are joining right here in the center this time. So insert your hook into the same and out, and then pull the loop. If we start the same way as in the other side from the outside, you'll have the wrong side of the ear showing up. So we want the right side of the ear to show up. That's why we're now starting on the other end of the ear. So pull the loop, and again chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then into the second chain from the hook make a single crochet, then a half double crochet, into the next a double crochet, then a treble in the last chain. Okay, we have the ear again, and now we're going to connect it in the other corner like so. Let's just make sure they are symmetrical, and then insert the hook in diagonal into the stitch and pull the loop. And on this one we're not going to slip stitch or anything, just cut the yarn and pull through just like that. So now we have the ears. Let's quickly weave in the ends. So now the ears are done. This is how they look like. Let's do the dog ear. So I have my other sample here, and I'm gonna start with pink again. Now the dog ears are more separated. They are placed more apart from the center. So in this case we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches apart. We have to do the same. They are placed past the crochet stitches 2 rounds up on the same round. So let's do the same. So that's how the dog ears will be placed. So let's start with pink. Make a slip knot, and then we start from the end of the ear. Let's insert the hook in the stitch. We have 1, 2, let's make it here, pull the loop through, and then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the dog ears are more blunt, so we're gonna start our ear with a half double crochet into the second stitch from the hook. So count from the hook, the second stitch, we're gonna make a half double crochet, and then in the next another half double crochet, then into the third chain, into the fourth chain, we make a double crochet, and then in the last chain we make a treble. And this is more blunt. Now we need to join into the other end where the ear is supposed to be. So insert your hook, it has to come out in that space, and then pull the loop through like that. Then cut the yarn and pull it through. We will cut the ends later, weave them in and cut them. Let's make the other ear. So again, let's see, I think, let's make sure they are centered. So we start from this end and we insert the needle where the pin is to pull the loop. Now we chain 5 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then into the second chain we make a half double crochet, into the next another half double crochet, then a double crochet next, and a treble into the last. And now we are going to put the ear, connect the ear where the other stitch is, make sure it's symmetrical. 1, 2, 3, yes, on the same line, and then pull the loop. Cut the yarn, and then pull it through. There we go. So these are the ears. I'm gonna weave in the ends. When it comes to eyes, you can go as creative as you like. Here we have 2 different eyes, winking eyes and normal eyes, 2 different mouths. You can make smiling eyes, angry eyes, whichever the face. All you have to do is just Google some emojis and you can see the eyes. So let me show you on mine. I'm gonna make normal eyes on the cat. So I've marked with pins. These 2 are the eyes, the nose and the whiskers. I made sure that I space them equally, and then you will need thinner yarn than Aran. This is double knit yarn, a very long piece of yarn, and then we're gonna start from the bottom and we start with the nose. That's the easiest way. Create a muzzle and then the eyes around, and make sure the nose is in the center. once you're done with the face, exit the yarn into the same stitch, same place where you inserted the yarn. And we're done with the face. Make sure it's centered. And that's how it looks like. Now all you have to do, cut the yarn, make a knot so you won't unravel, and then push the knot inside. Cut the yarn shorter, you don't need that much tail, like that. And then just use a stitch, anything, hook, anything to push the yarn through inside so you won't see it. Okay, and we're done with the cat. This is how it looks like. The ears, these are always up. For the dog, I'm gonna make smiling eyes. That's why we have these V shapes here and then the mouth underneath. So again, we're gonna start with black yarn, and we are gonna start from the mouth to make sure it's symmetrical. So insert anywhere at the bottom and then out in a corner of a mouth. And then making the nose in the center, and from there we can do all the other pieces. So now we cut the yarn, and we need a really thin yarn. So we cut it, and we're gonna use the two strands individually. So we're gonna go in an angle like that. And we are done. This is the face. Now all it's left to do is make a knot, these two ends, cut it shorter, and then push it in. Like so. And this is the dog finished, and the cat. And this is how you make these adorable no-sew cats and dogs. If you have any questions about this pattern, put them in the comments below and I'll be more than happy to answer you.